Am I wrong for being honest about the fact I'm a sugar baby to my parents? This happened a week ago, but things are still super awkward at home and I'm not sure if I handled it wrong or if they're just being unfair. I, 19F, started college this fall and am currently living with my parents again, kind of temporarily. I already feel weird enough about it, but everything exploded recently and now I feel like I'm being judged every second I'm in the house. The background is that my parents have always had this mindset that once you're 18, you're an adult and need to figure your life out on your own. It's not like they kicked me out in a screaming match or anything dramatic, it's just how they are. So after I turned 18, they basically said, "You're on your own now," and I ended up living with my grandparents. My grandparents are sweet and honestly the only reason I made it through the past year without totally falling apart. They let me live with them rent-free, but they're both retired and living off Social Security and a tiny pension, so it's not like they could help me out beyond giving me a place to sleep. I was working 2 part-time jobs, still going to high school and saving up for college, but it was hard. I wasn't doing anything crazy or irresponsible, I wasn't partying or slacking off, I just couldn't keep up. Like I was constantly worried about bills and food and finals and I never had breathing room. This past summer, before school started, my parents offered to let me move back in to save some money, but only if I paid rent. It wasn't a "you can come home, we miss you" kind of thing. It was more like, "We'll help you out this way, but you still have to contribute." Which I get in theory, but I was already stretched thin and it didn't really make anything easier. I still had to work constantly just to afford living in my childhood bedroom again. Anyway, around that time I met this guy, we'll call him Kenji. He's 26. We met through a mutual friend and I found out he worked at a law firm and had a pretty stable career. His family is also wealthy, but he doesn't lean on them. From the start, he was really honest about what he was looking for. He said he likes helping women who are working towards something and offered to support me financially if I was open to it and was willing to spend time with him. I'd never even considered anything like that before, but I was desperate and curious and I don't know. He didn't make me feel weird or gross about it. It felt safe. So yeah, it started as a sugar relationship. But over time, it changed. We started hanging out more just for fun, having real conversations, spending actual time together without expectations. Now it feels more like a relationship than anything else. He's been supportive and kind, and honestly one of the few people who treats me like I'm not a burden. I've even met his parents and they're amazing. They were so sweet to me and made me feel completely welcome. His mom literally hugged me when I left and told me she was glad her son found someone who has a good head on her shoulders. It felt nice. Like I wasn't being judged for once. So then came the part that blew everything up. He sent me flowers to the house. Not even a crazy bouquet, just something thoughtful with a cute little note. My mom saw the name and, being nosy, looked him up. I guess she realized he was older and saw his job and got suspicious. Later that day she asked me who he was and what he meant to me, and I didn't want to lie. So I told her the truth, that we met a few months ago, and that he helps me out financially since I can't afford everything while paying rent to them, but that we're close and I feel safe with him and it's not anything creepy. She looked at me like I confessed to a crime. She didn't raise her voice, but she started saying things like I should be more careful with how I carry myself and that I'm playing with fire. She also brought up my little sister, she's 13, and said I need to think about the example I'm setting. I didn't say anything, but it honestly hurt. Like I've always tried to be the one who stays out of trouble and does the responsible thing, even when things are hard, and now I'm suddenly this disappointment? My dad didn't really say anything, but the way he looked at me, it sucked. He's not the emotional type, but I could tell he agreed with her. Now it's like everything I do is under a microscope. My mom barely talks to me about anything other than bills or chores, and if she does, it's in this super neutral voice like she doesn't know what to say. Sometimes she starts to say something and stops herself, or she'll come into my room and just stare for a few seconds before leaving. I can't hardly think without feeling like they think I'm some kind of slut. I wasn't trying to disgrace or deceive anyone. I wasn't purposefully hiding anything. AITA for not lying? I didn't think it would turn out like this.